Hi, Neil. We checked the boat with the ID you sent me. Its name is Seize the Day, not Berta. It's a pretty big yacht. Is it possible that you picked the wrong ID? Maybe. The data from the port AI was some kind of confusing. I see. Listen, our perp got scanned passing through the train station ahead of you. I'm pretty sure that he landed the boat in the harbor on the other side. You should go and see for yourself. Gotcha. Okay, let's get on this train then. Sir, may I ask what you're doing here at Matuna Harbor? Don't think I've seen you before. Good evening, sir. I'm Neil Conrad, CDI. CDI? Holy moly, that's unexpected. My name's Harry Truff. I'm with the TSW. Can I help you? Could I take a look around the harbor? I'm looking for a boat that could be important for my case. I'm sorry, but TSW only allows club members and registered guests down at the pier. What about law enforcement? Right. If you can tell me the idea of a specific boat you're investigating, I'm allowed to let you in. I see. Maybe I'll get back to you. Okay, so... how can we find this very specific ID? Do we want to get cigarettes? No, we don't. Let's talk to... yeah, up here, these guys. The Red Herring. We've heard of this, haven't we? Are you new here? Never seen you before. Yeah, just passing through. A case leads me here. A cop, huh? If you're looking for traffickers, you're in the wrong place. Just honest-to-God sailors here. So you have a boat in this harbor? Of course, it's down at the pier, the Samara. Hey, you mind helping me out with a cigarette? Sure. Yeah, go on, let's give him one. Sure, here you go. I mean, that doesn't mean we're gonna smoke as well, does it? So, thanks for the ciggy. Beautiful weather tonight. You can almost see some stars through the layers. Been sitting outside all night. The view used to be better, though. You see those new apartment blocks they're building? Some company that bought the harbor, TS something, forced me to buy an expensive tracking ID device for my boat. Now they want me to get a new engine. Mine's not regulation, they say. I tell you, they don't want us lowers here. Listen, I'm sympathetic to your... Yeah, I get it. Not your fault. You're busy, I know. Thanks again for the cigarette. Let me know if I can do something for you. Actually, there is something. I'm looking for the ID of a boat that arrived here earlier. Any chance you could help me with that? What do you need that for? It's for a case. The guard won't let me down to the pier if I don't tell him the exact ID. The TSW guy? He likes to harp on about all these new rules. If it's the case... I'll tell you right now, I won't throw any of my friends here under the bus. I'm sure the guy I'm after isn't one of your friends. Do you know the name of the boat you're looking for? No, we don't. I'm not sure. I'll get back to you. Okay, can we talk to these guys? Excuse me, sir. What does a place in this harbor cost? Do you know a guy called Ed? How much to rent a berth in this harbor? It's $50 a month, $500 for a year. Pay for Ed? Don't pay for Ed. Should we pay for Ed? Go on, let's pay for Ed. Alright, I'll rent a spot for a year then. You? Well, I guess you'll be the type of customer management is looking for these days. I'm not renting the spot for myself. I'll send you the details about the new tenant. That works too, I guess. Okay, so we've helped out Ed from the previous episode. Hello? Neil Conrad here. What? Who is this? Neil Conrad. I'm the CDI agent. We spoke earlier. I don't know no CDI agent. You asked me to help you with your old spot at the Matuna Harbor? I arranged it. You're good to come back. You what? Look, if you're making fun of me... I'm not. You can return next month. I paid for a year. I'll send you the contract. Ha! Today seems to be my lucky day. Thank you, sir. You heard that, old lady? We're going back. How about in return you tell me all you know about that guy who stole your friend's boat? Right. I noticed the fella when he started the motor. He cut the rope with a knife like it was butter. And those are big-ass ropes, I tell you. Tough as bones. Did you see what the man looked like? I didn't catch a lot of details. He was in a hurry to get going. But when he started speeding away, it fell right off his head. Must have been a hat after all. Could it have been a wig? Yeah. Or a wig. Whatever it was, he was bald underneath. Are you sure of that? Yep. His head was polished like a bowling ball. Great, thank you. Anything else you remember? No. Look, my eyes aren't what they used to be, and neither is my memory. That's alright. You've been a great help. Have a nice day, Ed. You bet I will. Oh, okay. So, we're helping people out. That's good. Can we say anything else? No. Good evening. These guys don't want to talk. What about down here? Hello? Are you okay? Does it look that way? Is there something I can do for you? Nah, just have to tough it out. I'll feel better once it's out of my system. Never eat at Roy's Bistro, I tell you. Roy's a nice guy. I like him. But the food is just the worst. Who are you anyway? Never seen you around. Neil Conrad, CDI. I'm sorry to bother you, but I need to ask you something. CDI? If that's about tonight's shift... Listen, I felt awful, okay? I didn't mean to leave my post. I wanted to wait for Harry, but at some point I just couldn't hold it anymore. Did TSW call you? Please calm down. It's not about that. I'm here following up a case. Oh, thank fuck. Please don't tell me my boss the harbor was unwatched, okay? It's not like there was lots of traffic anyway. I won't. Did you see any boats arrive before you left your post? Only one tonight. That was about 3:40. Do you happen to know its ID? No, I saw the name, Berta. The ID is usually written on the stern, but it's super tiny. You have to go down to the pier if you want to see it. Thank you, sir. Get well soon. Okay, this has been a big help. Yeah, this has been a very, very big help. Okay, so we can tell Quinn... what's this? Is something else? Never eat at Roy's. Yeah, we can tell Quinn that we have the name of the boat now. So, do you know the name of the boat you're looking for? Yes, I do. It's called Berta. Berta. Never heard of it. Tell you what, I'll go down and have a look at its ID. Okay, thank you very much, sir. Alright, I got your ID. It's 220190. Thanks a lot. Have a nice night. Okay, this is a big help. Let's tell Mr. TSW and go check out that boat. I told you I needed a boat ID to let you in. I know. The boat I'm looking for has the ID 220190. Let's see. Yep, that one's here. Alright, come on through. Don't touch any other boats. Okay. Let's have a look. Investigation mode. There we go. You guys see anything suspicious? No? Oh, hello? An open first aid kit, some untangled bandages lie on the top of the other contents. Okay, that's useful. A pocket laser cutting device. Its cuts leaves a blue residue. That seems quite useful. Or quite relevant. What's this? A sink full of bristly red hair. Looks like a guy shaved his entire beard off. Okay. This has to be the boat for sure, right? Do we see anything else here? I'm not seeing. No. Okay, well, this has been useful. I think. Like, this is definitely the boat we're looking for. Oh, where am I going? Gotta go up top. But wait, do we... What else are we doing here? Like, are we supposed to be getting on the train now? I suppose so, right? Hang on, let's just see the legend. Yeah, enter the train. So let's get on this train. It's the bartender. Mr. Conrad? This is Felicia, the bartender from Sakura Hotel. Your colleague gave me your cell info. Listen, I want to thank you for not telling anyone what I did. You're not going to snitch on me later, are you? No, you're good. I don't think you knew what you were doing. I didn't know, I promise. Thank you. Listen, I remembered something that might be helpful. The guest you were after, that Diaz guy? I think he had a bruise on his arm. I saw it when he was on his way to the van. His instrument fell down, he rushed to pick it up, and he suddenly put his hand on his head. I saw a pretty nasty cut between his wrist and elbow. It looked fresh. Thank you for letting me know. Give me a call if you remember anything else. Okay, that was pretty useful. Okay, so, just to remind everyone, we are investigating, we're seeing if there's a connection between some stolen data and the murdered statesman Banny. And it looks like we're finally going to be going to our office to do some, compiling of data or something like that there, I guess? Let's see. Oh, what's this? Poster. Gotta top up our... that's where we just top up the news, isn't it? We haven't read news in a while. Let's look at some news. Wealth gap keeps increasing. You're damn straight it does. Everywhere. A new study of the Institute for Planetary Equality has concluded that both the wealth and income gaps between Gara's rich and poor has further increased since a similar study was published 5 years ago. It's always the case. The disparity between upper and lower layer citizens in Gara's center districts is especially striking. In 1834, ground-level inhabitants made an average approximately 20% of an upper's income, which decreased further to a little over 15% last year. The problem is only amplified by an accelerating gentrification process that is making affordable living space increasingly hard to come by in parts of the lower layers. Those who can afford to stay are often there by choice rather than necessity, a mix of artists, surveillance skeptics, academics, and other small groups for whom the lower layers are their preferred living space. This is not to say that life for uppers is always easy. The study has also shown that the increasing disparities in CEO pay to worker pay, 400 to 1, average percentage of income that goes to rent, 40%, and other metrics affect virtually all parts of society. It's always the goddamn case, guys, always the case. Wealth disparity everywhere you go. Even in this fictitious world. What's this here? Basement interrogation, a second floor unit, third floor chief, fourth floor conference. Okay, so where is our office? Morning, Conrad. Wait, do you want to talk to this one? Okay, I guess not. Okay, that's blocking some stairs, so... Saito. Hey, Neil. Hi, Saito. It's good to see you. The case really has me on edge. Yeah, me too. The chief wanted me to tell you that we invited 2 special guests. They're waiting for you in the conference room upstairs. Who? Why? The CEOs of Millix and Dyson Enterprises. They had dinner with Banny right before he was shot. Millix and Dyson? As in, probably the biggest mining companies in the world? Honestly, you probably don't even need to say mining for that to be accurate. Holy shit, wish someone had told me earlier. I'm not exactly prepared for this. Sorry, I just got word from the chief. That reminds me, he also wants to talk to you after you've questioned them. Alright, thanks for letting me know. Okay, let's go talk to some CEOs. We'll, wait, I think the conference room is on the very top, isn't it? From what the legend said. Oh no, is it this way? Maybe I think it's probably this way. Good morning, gentlemen. I am Agent Neil Conrad. Good morning, Mr. Conrad. Abbott Dyson, Dyson Enterprises. Morning, Dan Kim Melex. Sorry to keep you waiting. Let's get right to the point then. I have a busy day ahead of me. Yes, of course. The 2 of you had dinner with Mr. Banny last night, correct? Yes. And you're aware of what happened after he left? We were just told. It's terrible. It's a tragedy. Our upcoming negotiations with Banny were of utmost importance to our relationship with Drovia. Not that you had any real interest in negotiating. What are you implying? I'm not implying anything. I'm saying very clearly that you only stand to gain from this tragedy. With Banny dead, any real hope for Drovian independence goes out the window. Which means we maintain the status quo where you already have all you want. That's preposterous. Was I or was I not at the negotiating table? If everything had been hunky-dory, I would have stayed on Milan. That doesn't change the fact that the only ones who will suffer from this will once again be the Drovian people. Oh, come on. As if you give a damn about the Drovian people. The only aspect of Drovian independence you care about is your prospect of selling Tylenium to whoever you want. Okay. You're competitors. This is a difficult situation. I get it. I'm mostly interested in last night. Let me think. Did Banny seem paranoid? Did Banny have enemies? What was that dinner about? Did Banny have enemies? Did Mr. Banny have any enemies? Anyone who stands to gain from maintaining the status quo, I suppose. Oh yeah, or maybe anyone who is happy that all of Drovia will be really riled up over this. There was no real chance that they would have gotten their independence from these negotiations anyway. But maybe now they'll revolt and just take it. Ever thought about that? I don't think much about conspiracy theories, no. Nobody concrete. Maybe someone disgruntled or someone who overly threatened him? No. But to be fair, veiled threats are much more common in politics anyway. Any veiled threats then? None that I'm aware of. Me neither. I see. Let me think. What was the dinner about? If you don't mind me asking, why were you at dinner with him in the first place? The mining business is an important pillar of the system-wide economy. We talk to politicians sometimes. So it was a lobbying thing? And was it just the three of you? Just the three of us and our staff. I wouldn't say lobbying necessarily, really more of a social event. Of course, you sometimes talk business at those. I imagine you do. So were there important business things to talk about? We mostly save those for the trade summit, which I suppose will be cut short now without its protagonist. I see. Let me think. Did Banny seem paranoid? Didn't Mr. Banny seem strange last night? Maybe on edge or paranoid? No, but I'd never met him before, so I wouldn't know what he's normally like. What about you, Mr. Dyson? I knew him quite well. We traveled here from Drovia on the same ship. He behaved normally last night, I would say. I see. Alright, thank you for your time. Could you give me your cell and contacts? I might need to get back to you in case I have more questions. Why not? Of course, there you go. Okay, well done guys, well done. So, time to go talk to the chief, huh? I mean, do we think these guys did it? Probably not. Wait, where's the chief? This is just another conference room, isn't it? Is the chief below? I think the chief is the floor below. Has to be here, right? No. On this side, maybe? There we go. Okay, here we go. Chief, Agent Conrad, good morning. Good morning, Chief. Saito told me you wanted to talk to me. I do. Let's not beat around the bush. Agent Long already filled me in over the phone. But he told me that you didn't want to reveal the escort agency's client. Yeah, about that. I'm not completely certain that my suspicion is correct, but... Are you going to make me say it? So it's you. It is me. Why didn't you tell Agent Long? You jumped the chain of command. I guess I did. Thank you for telling me first, Conrad. So what makes you think a hostile agent was involved? It seems like the woman who paid you a visit wasn't the real escort. She had a procedure done to look very similar to her. She also seems to be in contact with Banny's murderer. We have a recording of their conversation. It seems probable that she tried to take advantage of your connection to the escort agency. I see. Any idea what her objective might be? Did you notice anything suspicious when you met her? Nothing comes to mind. She didn't seem particularly interested in my professional life. Did anything go missing since she visited you? It sounds like you already have a suspicion. Out with it. The fake escort talked about some data she stole, I think from you. Is that what the sniper is going to hand over at Joris Plaza? Exactly. I don't have any relevant data at home, except on my cell, of course. Maybe she got a chance to access your cell without you noticing? Maybe. I will have to talk about that with my own superiors first. One more thing, Conrad. You didn't talk to a girl named Sheila Nowak, did you? I did. She wanted to know if you were alright. Might want to give her a call. Is she okay? Yeah, she's fine. Looks like she finally has all the money she needs to go to university. That's good to hear. We have to focus on the sniper now. The handover is taking place in less than 3 hours. Let's get down to the mission briefing. They're waiting for us. How was it talking to those two CEOs? They don't seem to like each other very much. What did you expect? Top mining guy from Drovia and top mining guy from Gara? They're probably mortal enemies. I expect them to be less open about it. You'd think that rich and influential folks would be more reserved. But the truth is, many of them are the most brazen, least classy individuals in the system. Suppose that is the case, isn't it? Now that we're complete, let's recap what we found out so far. Our suspect goes by Diaz, but his real name seems to be Boit. He's still at large. He shot Banny around 1:39 this morning from the top floor of Sakura Hotel. Shortly after, he was picked up by an unknown accomplice who dropped him off at the lower layers. That's when he switched to a stolen boat as his second getaway vehicle. He docked it at Matuna Harbor where his ID was picked up nearby a train station. He then paid a woman called Zora a visit. She seems to be involved in another scheme that might be linked to our case. Earlier this week, she attacked and tied up an escort girl named Leela Clark to temporarily assume her identity. She went to see an important client in her stead and stole some data from him. The sniper convinced her to give him a stick containing that data. He will pass it on to an unknown third party at Joris Plaza at 8:30. Our plan is to intervene and catch the sniper and his associates red-handed. We are going to place plainclothes agents in the cafes and snipers on the rooftops. The operation will be overseen by Agent Kumar, head of response team. Conrad and I will be watching from the sidelines, ready to go if needed. Joris Plaza is a popular place with lots of breakfast joints. It'll be swarming with people. We have to be very careful not to endanger any civilians. Questions? How will we identify the sniper? Conrad has been collecting data on what he looks like. We have to rely on that. Do we have any details on the woman the sniper visited? Not really. She was surprised to see our perp. It seems the meeting wasn't part of their original plan. We're not sure if he lied to her to get the stick. If so, it's possible that he's not planning on taking it to the handover at all. Alright then. Conrad, go ahead and submit that sheet on what the sniper looks like. Take your time to go over all the logs and evidence again. We only have one chance to get this right. Okay, this is it now. Submit the sheet. Let's look at what we've got. So, Banny's murderer, what do we know? The perp's hair is red, blonde, bald. We suspect he's bald, very, very much so. They probably have a viola case, cut arm, whiskey bottle, viola case. Well, I think he's got a cut arm. The beard has since been shaved. So I think that is right. Based on all the evidence we have. I think this has to be it, right? We know he's bald. We've got enough... yeah, we've got enough testimony about that there. He does have a cut arm. Whiskey bottle... maybe. Viola case. Well, he's definitely got a viola case. We know that for sure. Let's just look at the clues again. Let's, bandages, so yeah, he very most likely cut himself. I think this is a reasonable guess on our hands. I think this is a reasonable guess, yeah. I'm going with this. Let's go. I got the sheet from Conrad, forwarding it on to Kumar now. Let's get ready. Gara Jor's Plaza. You think we'll get this guy? Keep Gara pure. T-minus 90 seconds. Damn, it's more crowded out there than I'd expected. I don't think our snipers would get a clear shot. Let's hope we won't need them. Did I ever tell you the story of how I joined the CDI? Yeah, you saved Mayor Glover's life when we were still in policemen. Possible target from entrance C. Now this found it. I wasn't on duty that day, but when I saw that guy pull out a gun, I didn't hesitate. That's what landed me a job at the CDI. Possible target woke up with a woman and child. Nope. Shit, I was so nervous when the chief invited me for an interview. Nothing had gotten me that nervous again in the 15 years since, until today. If we don't book this guy today, someone will have to take the fall for Benny's murder, and we are the first in line. We'll find out soon enough. I've always wanted to join the CDI, and it seemed like that ship has already sailed. Yet here I am, because I've always been on the side of justice. And that's why we're going to get through this as well. Good things come to good people, huh? That's what they say. Don't they say the road to hell is paved with good intentions? It's going down any second now. Let's focus. Okay. Seems to be a date. Oh. Okay. I can hear suspect A talking. Sounds harmless so far. So they've got him in their sights. Time is now exactly 8:30. Keep your eyes open. Oh, this is intense. No exact matches of target description yet. Remember, he could be wearing a wig. Maybe he shows up late? Person at entrance B looks like a very close match. Oh, this stakeout is intense. He seems to be moving towards the man sitting right ahead. They're shaking hands, very likely to be the accomplice. Alright, Beta, move in and make the arrest. Oh, is this the right guy? Get the suspect and his accomplice. Be discreet. Don't make more noise than you need to. I think they noticed you. Oh, they're running. The big guy's getting up. He's gonna run for it. You spooked them. Get a move on. Other guy's standing up and reaching into his pocket. Oh no. No one shoot him. Watch out! Gun! Shit! Follow me, Conrad! Okay, it's going down. It's going down. It's going down. Let's go. Let's go. Hang on, we're coming. Okay, there's the fountain. We got them. I was going to make the arrest when the big guy jumped out of his chair. He started to make a run for it, and the other one pulled out a gun on me. Luckily, I was already close enough to grab it. I think nobody got hurt. Excellent work. Did any of the other people running away strike you as suspicious? No, everyone started moving when the gun discharged. Good, let's bring them in and see what they have to say. See, Conrad? Good things come to good people. Sweet, okay. Okay, I think we did well there. Let's see.
Once the adrenaline had worn off, the uncomfortable train seat and glaring sunlight were the only things stopping me from falling asleep. My implants had been injecting me with a substance keeping me alert and focused all night, and now I came crashing down hard. The confrontation at Jorah's Plaza had been hairier than expected, but catching the sniper and his associate was a huge win. I wondered if this was the beginning of the end of the case, or just its beginning. I finally got up at my stop and left the train, only to suddenly wake up in my seat again and realize it had been a dream. I decided to stand next to the door for the rest of the ride.
Man, how deep is our guy, huh? How deep is our guy, honestly?
A cool breeze cut into the train cart and through the haze of fatigue when the doors opened. I considered visiting Kat, suddenly feeling an urge to inhale the woody, slightly dusty air in our old apartment. Kat had filled it with what she affectionately called real things. She loved leather, cloth, paper, and plants, and hated the clean metallic surfaces at my apartment. Sometimes I did too.
Okay, so we're gonna visit Laura. Oh, hang on. No, it's not this way, is it? It's a bistro. How do we get up there again? I'm not sure. So it can't be this way, because we just got on the train. We just got off the train, didn't we? But it's probably this way. Yeah, okay, this is better. And yep. And it's up here, I believe, right? No, I guess not. Hey, wait a minute. Huh? I know you. You're the guy who came to our flat yesterday. You told that old scumbag to leave my sister alone. I did. That was really nice of you, man. Didn't think you uppers would help out a Savient. She left this morning, chasing her dream. Glad I could help. I have to get home now. Have a nice day. Sure. But want his blessings, man. Thanks. You too. Oh, that was nice of us. That's nice of him, isn't it? You see, guys, you pay it forward and things work out. Alright, let's get back to our apartment.
I got into the elevator and leaned against a wall. It hit me that I didn't want to see Kat because I had never really let her go, and that I probably should. We hadn't been together for a decade, and if anything was going to change about that, it would have probably happened at some point before. That's what I told myself, at least. I already knew I would get back to repressing the subject altogether once I was well rested enough to get my emotional defenses up again.
Okay, well, let's get home. Time to get some shut-eye, I think. Hello, Lizard. Hi, Horace. How's it going? Pet Horace? Feed Horace? Let's feed Horace. Oh, what a good lizard. Who's a good boy? You're a good boy. Okay, we don't have time to sit down. It's time to get... No, we're not smoking. We said we are not going to smoke in this playthrough. Because smoking's bad. Yeah, let's get some shut-eye.
Waking up in the early evening was disorienting. I sat up on my bed and allowed the memories from the previous night to pour back in. Banny's body, the hotel, Lila, the shootout. I tried to put it all in an order that made sense and got on my way back to work. A hint of the good mood that had overcome me outside of the villa returned. Once again, it stemmed from what had made me join the CDI many years ago. The feeling of doing something instead of taking a back seat and waiting for death. There was a time when a lack of purpose threatened to consume me, lurking underneath meaningless daily routines and self-doubt sabotaging everything I did. Walking among the people outside, I felt even more alienated than usual. It was like they lived in another reality. Many were just getting out of work, looking to do some shopping, meet a friend, have a drink. Maybe I would find my way back to that reality one day. I wanted to, yet at the same time hated the thought of it.
Man, how deep is our guy, huh? How deep? Anyhow, let's get back to work. because there's detectiving to do. I wonder, we'll probably do the interrogation at some point. Maybe. Oh? We've got the actiony music. What's going on? Hello, fellow citizens. We are the liberators, defenders of progress, freedom, and reason. These values have been integral to our society for centuries. But lately, they have increasingly come under threat. Religious radicals calling themselves the Savient Front are aiming to establish a theocratic government on Drovia. The Savient faith is based on superstition and rejects science, to the point where it endangers the lives of everyone under its thumb. We all saw 4 decades ago today what happens when a Savient state is left to its own devices. We can't let history repeat itself. Oh dear. We demand President Robertson end this madness now. Put a stop to all independence talks and reinstate full Garan rule. We removed the radical Savient Joseph Banny to get it started. Say what? If you do not start implementing measures to meet our demands, more Savient lives will be spent to protect our collective future. The Savient population on Gara will be taken hostage until the Garian population on Drovia is guaranteed its freedom. We must stand up for them if our government won't. Await our next move within 48 hours. Oh god. It won't be as silent as the first one. So, we have a group that is claiming responsibility now, dear god. Conrad, did you see that? Yeah. It was an all-screens access to the city. Come to HQ immediately. Oh boy, you don't have to tell us, Gary. You don't have to tell us. God damn, come on. I mean, what's going on here? Militant groups? This is gonna be trouble. I know it. I feel it. Like, this is gonna be definitely no bueno. Alright, let's head over to our office. Oh, is it Gary? Gary, what are you doing out here? Thinking. Strange how the city looks the same as always, as if nothing happened. But that's a good thing, right? Fucking liberators. Ridiculous name. From whom are they liberating us? From a handful of superstitious lowers? Pathetic bullshit. Every single institution on this planet upholds the freedom of our people and their values. It's not like we're letting some religious fanatics take over the solar system. And somehow we didn't know anything about these fuckers before everybody else? One more thing we missed. At least we booked the sniper and his associate. They're both being interrogated downstairs. So far, they're not very cooperative. Do we at least know who they are? We scanned them. The sniper's a complete ghost. He got a fake ID right before we checked into that hotel. The other guy is a businessman from Drovia. His name is Abraham Gonzalez. He's the CEO of a company called Power Up. They manufacture tellurium-based batteries. Both the guy and his company seem harmless. No criminal record. Strange. Why would someone from Drovia help an anti-Drovian terror organization? I have no clue. What about the woman? Any updates on her? Nothing so far. But we do have another lead. Saito is trying to find out where the announcement was broadcast from earlier. But the most important lead are those 2 douchebags in our basement. You have a way with words, Conrad. Get down there and see if you can get them to talk. Will do. Did we secure that drive the sniper tried to hand over? Yeah. And? What's on it? About that. The chief said the Attorney General seized it. She said she has to evaluate if we have the required clearance level. The AG? Are you kidding me? That's a crucial piece of evidence. We need it. I suppose they'll let us in on it soon. There's no time to waste. We have to assume the next attack is less than 48 hours away. The higher-ups know what they're doing. You think? Let it go, Conrad. Go talk to the chief yourself if you have a problem. Ah, and one more thing. There's an article about Gonzalez's company in the news today. You might want to download it and have a look. Okay, well, I think we'll do that first. Let's take a look. Is this it? Oh, no, this is the one, isn't it? Power-up batteries bankruptcy. It's no secret that the Drovia-based Power-up, one of the planet's most important battery producers, has been facing monetary difficulties for several months now. Technological developments over the last few years made Telenium the most efficient material to build high-performance batteries, overtaking lithium and others by far when it comes to battery life and weight. However, since Drovia is a Garian colony with no economic autonomy, Power-Up doesn't have the right to buy its Telenium directly from the mining companies based on Drovia. The latter are forced to sell the resource to Garia, which in turn sells the Telenium to all companies processing the material, including those on Drovia. In light of this development, it has become increasingly difficult for non-Garian companies to keep prices competitive. This has put Power-Up, like many others, in an increasingly difficult spot. It did not come as a surprise, therefore, when its CEO and founder, Abraham Gonzalez, publicly supported the cause of the Drovian fight for independence last week. As representative of the Association of Drovian Electrics Companies, he accompanied Minister Bani on his business trip to Gara to defend the interests of his industry during the discussions between Drovia and Gara. So, Gonzalez came here with Bani, with Minister Bani. Ooh, that's curious. That's most curious. Well, I'm sure we will find out more. Let's get into the office. Wait, can we? I think, yeah, it's the basement, isn't it? That's where the interrogation is. Yeah, basement interrogation. Let's go have a word with the chief first. Right, because we want to ask him about, wait, is this his office? Yeah, we want to ask him about the disc, don't we? Wait a minute, that's not the chief. Okay, the chief is up there. There we go. Let's have a natter with him. Oh, up this way. Attorney General, and you can rest assured that we know what we're doing. I didn't question that, but that data is one of the most important pieces of evidence we have right now. The Liberators said that their next attack will take place in 48 hours. That's pretty damn soon. We really need to take into account everything we've got if we want to catch these guys in time. I already told you that the contents of that stick won't help you find them. How can you say that? Having a better idea of your enemy's motivation is always important. And you know that. You yourself were director of the CDI for over a decade. Liam, please. I've got a lot on my plate right now. I don't have time to discuss this over and over again. The data is about something that happened during your time at CDI, isn't it? What are you talking about? I looked at my cell's history and saw which folder that woman navigated to. I don't have the access rights, but I'd really like to know what was in there. There was a lot going on in 1800. Let me be very clear, Liam. I can't work with a chief who doesn't trust my judgment and questions my orders. We've been doing this for a long time, Amelia. I deeply respect everything you've done for the Garan state. But as a CDI chief, I see it as my duty to protect all Garan citizens. And I'm sure that's in your best interest as well. I don't have time for this now. I'll let you know what next steps are going to be. Good evening, Agent. Okay. So I guess the AG isn't going to be letting us use the disc. Good evening, Chief. Agent Conrad, how can I help you? What's the AG doing here? I was wondering what the AG is doing here. We had a little discussion about our plan of action. Nothing you have to worry about, though. Was it about the data? Honestly, I don't understand why parts of the puzzle are being kept from us. It makes no sense. I agree. Listen, Conrad, I'm currently trying to find out what that data is about, and why we don't get access. Don't you have a suspicion at least? You know what was on your cell when it was accessed. The data was on the CDI network, and apparently it was something I don't normally have access to. Until I know what exactly we're looking for, I'd like to ask you to respect the chain of command. I'm getting an important call any second. We can talk later. Goodbye, Conrad. Okay. Well... yeah, okay, that kind of makes sense. So, what now? Just to head to the interrogation. Got a missed message. Enhancement... Dear Mr. Conrad, an update is available for your following body enhancements. Eyes plus, thighs plus, chest plus. Please make sure to download and install the latest firmware from our website within the next 10 days. The Beyond Body team. Okay. That's not at all embarrassing, is it? I mean, everyone has, like, body enhancements, right? I mean, you guys too, right? So let's look at the... Like, where's the legend? That's what I want to know. Logs, clues, sheets. So we've closed all those there. Okay, there we go. Yeah, so just go to the basement. Okay. Well, guys, we're going to take a quick break here. When we get back, we're going to the basement and we're going to conduct this interrogation and see what the sniper and his accomplice have to tell us. But yeah, that is all for now. Thank you very much for watching, and I will see you guys next time. Take care.